Today I'm going to talk about Star Trek. Okay, I watched Star Trek Into the Darkness, and I enjoyed it, but as much as I enjoyed it, there was lots of little bit of pieces of things here and there. The main thing I hate is Chris Pine. I don't like him. I find it really hard to engage with his character. I'm more of a Shatner, and the thing about Shatner is, when he wants that green woman, you know he wants that green woman. In fact, it's not the character that wants the green woman. It's Shatner that wants the green woman. He doesn't care that she's covered in green paint. But when Chris Pine does it, when he was in bed with those two twin, kind of strangely tailed girls in bed, it just seems like there's no chemistry. It's like you're not convinced that he wants them. Now with Shatner, the thing about Shatner is, you whenever he's near a woman, you kind of suspect he wants something, and there's always kind of like this look in his eyes, this glint, like he doesn't care, he just wants it. Even when you meet him in person at conventions, you're standing in front of him in conventions, speaking to him, and you don't have his full undivided attention, because you can practically tell from the corner of his eye he's looking at that kind of hot young Trekkie girl, two guys behind you. That's the thing about Shatner. He convinces that's what I don't like about Chris Pine. I'm not convinced that he is a pervert, and that's my main gripe. But there's lots of like little things like Spock's bangs. It was like waving, like wings, like back wings whenever he was running. Bangs don't do that. It just seemed like it was like some kind of glued on kind of that bothered me. And and Carl Urban, as McCoy. I think they need to put more attention on him, because I think he's a really funny guy, but his character has been reduced to just his recognizable stereotypes, and I think that they should have developed his character. When I think back to the original series, I always remember his character, and he always has dialogue, and he always has personality. That's the problem with Carl Urban. They just don't let him develop. That's what I really miss in this as well. But and the ending, the bit with the Tribble, you saw that a mile away. I'm sure you did, because I did. That was obvious. I just ignore that. I just ignore that, and I really like the film, because other than that last little stupid bit, it was a pretty good film. Just that Tribble bit was stupid, and I'm glad. Thing I like Zachary Quinto. I think he was the star. He's always the star. He has the ability to just channel Leonard Nimoy. I mean, okay, Chris Pine had moments where he did channel Shatner, but they were just moments. But generally, he's just such a stripped down character. Just no way that you really want to care about him. He just seems like one of those pretty boy poster childs who's there for eye candy, but he lacks definition. Zachary Quinto, wow, he's so good. I keep forgetting he'd rather be in Chris Pine than Uhura. He's amazing. And I'm glad he was the one that said that famous word that is my surname. I just felt like he beckoned me when he said that. It was good. It was good. He is so good. He should get more roles. Now, there's this other Khan. Khan is cool. He was quite cool. I think the problem here was that Khan should have had more moments to shine, or dialogue, because he was very accomplished with the fighting, and he was quite ruthless, and the chase sequences were cool, very cool, but they focused a little too much on the RoboCop, RoboCop, commander of Starfleet. They focused too much on him. I mean, his plotline was a little thin. It was very, very thin, and it shouldn't have taken up that much space. And that torpedo thing was weird. Why would you smuggle people out in something that you know is going to explode later? I mean, what's the end game? You put them in a torpedo, they're going to shoot it at something and it's going to explode. You're not saving them, you're condemning them to death. At least they are holding the people. You're not freeing them, but they're holding them. That was weird. So weird. But otherwise, the film was cool. Oh, I didn't like the first one that much. I mean, I liked all the Easter eggs, all the references. And in this one, oh, it was so funny. Like when Kirk said, alright, we're going to Klingon world, Kronos, and you guys in red shirts, you're not wearing red shirts. It's like J.J. Abrams saying, okay, finish that joke. Moving on. And then, oh, what else was so cool? The visuals. The visuals were very nice. The action sequences were very nice. The chase scenes were well done. Yeah. And it kind of made me want to do my insanity workout more. You know, it just made me want to throw in an extra 20 minutes at the end. And I'm like, I want that cardio. I wanted to be able to jump from that thing to that thing and not pause for breath at any point in that 15-minute running sequence of jumping, obstacle, hurdling, parkour, all that. It just made me want to exercise more. Wow. Yeah. They have very good cardio in that movie, you know. I mean, I've been on sets before and I'm like, they have to do it thousands of times. Can't imagine how exhausted they were. I mean, sure they got body doubles, but those body doubles must be exhausted. Yeah, I like the movie. It was good. It was awesome. It was amazing. And let's hope that the third movie goes away from the whole, recreating and goes into that Klingon war that RoboCop guy was talking about. That would be interesting. Maybe if they throw us right in the middle of the war, one of the fight sequences, not just like a quick fight war. I mean, like right in the middle. That would be cool. They're losing the nerd to Disney. Nerds make a lot of money. They make billions. Billions. Wow. Why didn't they just give the jobs to nerds in the first place? I waited like 50. They should have started this in the 80s. They should have given the nerds all the jobs in the 80s. They had the Nerds movie. Why did they have nerds behind the director's chair? Oof. Good show. I think I'm gonna watch the original Star Trek 2 now, cause, well, it's made me nostalgic. I think I'll watch Super Seed, Space Seed, first time we see Khan, and then say, oh, the other thing is, John Cho was good, Chekhov was good, for their roles, and, but that girl that they threw in at the end, the RoboCop's daughter, she was as plain as Chris Pine. They need to focus more on Carl Urban in the next movie. Yeah. Alright, Chris Pine's already there, we can't get rid of him. I know. So focus on the other ones that you know are good. Yo. Yeah. Man, Khan was so cool. He was like, I haven't felt this way since Michael Fassbender became Magneto. And that was a surprise. This was a surprise too. I think it's the same facial features, the same kind of demeanor. But he's good. He's very good. Why didn't they kill him though? Why did they just stick him back in the cryotube? I thought he'd be like held for his crimes. Yeah, and why didn't they just use the blood from the guy that they took out of the cryotube that they said they were just going to throw into a chroma? And didn't they say that you need the exact sequence to bring them out without killing them? Never mind, I'm not going to ask any more questions. There is a few plot holes, but you know how good this movie is? It's the soundtrack is so good that I sat there after the credits, listening to it in the cinema, not caring if there would be bits after the credit. In fact, I was waiting for it, but then I was enjoying the music in the cinema by myself so much. That's why you should always buy 240 showings. That I was like, okay, this is a nice orchestra. Yeah, this is workout music. This is.